we just gonna go, they'll come in. Um, so basically, what we're gonna talk about today is just structuring your LLC properly, right? Yolanda, how many LLCs do you have?
I only have one LLC.
Okay, so you may want to get another one, right? So I'll put a link in the chat later if you need a place to go get it. I recommend what is it? What is that? They changed the name. It's Busy now. It's called Busy or something like that. It used to be Inkfile, but they changed the name, right? So the business name, you don't want to put what you do in your business name when you structure your LLC, right? And even if you do, you can always go to the Secretary of State and edit it if you wanted to. That's just to help you get more funding when it comes down to funding because they look at the name, right? Some of them is high risk businesses, right? So some of the business is high risk business. So you always want to put your business as like an enterprise or group, or I could put some in the chat. But it's certain business that you want to stay away from, like credit repair or real estate or something like that. Put it in your actual business name, right? So what's the name of your company, Yolanda?
Cutley's Catering.
Okay. What about you, Pat? What's the name of your business?
It's SMPB Solutions.
Okay. See, that's good because that don't tell me what are you doing, right? So that could be anything. Hey, TJ, how you doing? TJ coming on. Yeah, so we can edit your business if that's what you want to do, right? If you wanted to edit your business, you could go to the Secretary of State, edit your business, and change any information that you may have on your business, right? And then after you do that, you will actually go over to the IRS and you would update your business name there as well. So first you
Yeah,
would,
so Miss Yolanda's could be like, and like instead of catering could be just enterprises, right?
yep. You see what I'm saying? So now when it comes to funding, they be like, okay, you do catering, they might look down on that, right? They might look down on the catering business. But I'm gonna do a whole list of all the different type business that we do not want to associate ourselves with. And I would send that to you guys. Hey Stephanie, how you doing? Welcome to the group. Everybody welcome Stephanie. She just joined as well.
Well,
I'm trying to talk. Hold on.
You trying to what?
I'm trying to. Oh, but hi. How y'all doing? Is my mic muted or am I?
Oh, we hear you. I hear you.
Okay. Good evening. How y'all doing?
We good. We good.
Good.
Stephanie, do you have your LLC yet?
Yeah, I actually do. I have had it, I think, ever since maybe 2021.
Okay. Okay, good. And TJ, do you have yours? If not, let me go ahead and put it in here.
TJ, if you're talking, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I was just gonna put it in the chat here if you guys. You can go there and form your LLC. I think they give you a discount or something. But we definitely need more than one LLC, right? And then once we get our LLC, what we want to do, we want to go to the IRS website and do what they call an S corp, right? We want to change it over because right now you got an LLC, it's limited liability, right? So we want to change that over to a corporation, which is a S corp. I think it's form 2253. If you got a tax person, they can do it for you. I mean, You just fill out the form and send it back to them, and you convert your business over to an S corp. All right, you got that? Next,
So,
Yeah.
you had a question?
Fred, do you want to wait for questions for the end or?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay, so the qualifications for S corp. What
It's
what
just a
should
form.
we?
It's just a form you fill out. There's no qualification, just a form.
I mean, so just to see if my company should be a S corp or stay LLC. You suggest it be a S corp.
Yeah, I suggest you
Okay.
change it to an S corp.
Okay. Thank you.
And that's free. It's free to do. You just change it over. I don't know what the format. I got the paper somewhere, but it's just one sheet of paper. You fill it out and you send it back in, and then you get it in the mail probably in a couple weeks, and they change it over to S corp. So you actually need 3 LLCs, right? You need 2 S corps and then 1 LLC, right? And those 2 LLCs, which is, I mean, the 2 S corp will actually be 50-50 of your LLC. But we're gonna get into that breakdown. What's the name of the form? It's called 2253. Form 2253 S corp. Also, your addresses, right? Your personal address should not be on your LLC. So you have 2 options. You have the virtual office route, and then you have a registered agent. So the virtual route gonna be about $100 a month, right? But the registered agent, that's gonna be about $50 a year. So it's much cheaper. And I guess some of the benefits is you can actually go into the office if you do the virtual office. If you want to hold meetings and stuff like that, you can actually go inside. But for what we probably doing here, I think we could just get away with having a registered agent. All right.
Hey, Frederick, can
What's the next?
I ask a few questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
So if I already have an LLC, right, can I just keep it that way and then form 2 S corps with my registered agent?
You could.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the other things that I may throw a wrench in is I already have a trust established that owns that LLC. So I can have that trust own those 2 S corps as well, right?
Yeah. Your trust going to be at the top of everything. But then one of your LLCs need to be a holding company. And we're gonna open that one up in Wyoming.
Okay. So the LLC that I have is in Georgia. So ultimately I may have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna open another one up in Georgia, and then the other one you're gonna open up is gonna be in Wyoming.
So what you're saying is the LLC that I have, make it into the S corp here in Georgia, open an LLC in Wyoming as a holding company.
And it's gonna be an S corp as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to write this down then. Hold on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So your S corp that we're gonna open in Wyoming, the LLC. Well, first you got to open up as a regular LLC first. So I put the link in there. So you go in and you just do a regular LLC, right? Then once you get your LLC, then you convert it over to S corp.
Mm.
With the form the 2253.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So opening up the 2 S corps and the 1 LLC, is it just for the one business or what?
Well, it's to get more funded, right? Because you can get. So once we start opening up all our LLCs, we got all our LLCs opening up, and when we get funded all at once. So we can get like $300,000 at one time.
Okay, I got you. So right now I'm Cutley's Catering, which you say I should change the catering part. And another one should be Cutley's Solutions, Cutley's Inc., or something similar like that.
Yeah, you can go to namecheck.com. Let me put that in here. Namecheck.
Well, and I guess also too, you don't necessarily want to have your actual name in there. Like
No,
it could be some form of your name, but you don't want something necessarily to be pointing to you directly. And I mean, Frederick, you could probably correct me if I'm wrong here.
no, you can actually have your name as an LLC. A lot of people put their name, like Patrick, you can have your name as a LLC. Just
Okay, neat.
put LLC behind your name. Yep. Next, you want your business phone number, right? So we could go to Freedom Voice, or let me put it in the chat as well to go get your business phone number. So when you fill out this application, you need to have all this before you actually do your LLC. This makes sense. So we ain't even got to the LLC part yet. So this is when you forming your new LLC. That's uh-oh. It should be one word. Hold up. It should be one word. Why? freedomvoice.com. And I think it's like $6 or something like that a month. And then here's another one. Let's see. Because they actually check this stuff like when you're applying for loans or lines of credit or whatever, they check all this. So we want to make sure we got everything.
Is that kind of with the saying, if you're not findable, you're not fundable?
Yep. Yep, we're gonna go through that part too. So here, even with your regular phone, I know Pat, you said that you had changed it over your regular line, but you could do that, right? You could change your regular, like call AT&T up and give them all your business information, and you have that number, but you can get that as a write-off, right? But you still want to have a different line just for your business.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny how they did that, because I actually have a business phone number on the phone with my personal number as a secondary. So it's like they do electrical SIM cards now. So it's able to keep track of your business phone number versus your personal phone number.
And who you're with, AT&T?
I'm with Verizon, actually.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
And
so
T-Mobile has one. It's called Digits. So I use my one phone, and Digits give me a separate number for my business, but it
gotcha.
rings all on one phone.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And next is your website. Guys, you really don't need a website. You can get away with a landing page. Do you know what a landing page is?
No.
No.
Okay, so you can go to fiverr.com. Put that in here. Have you guys ever heard of Fiverr?
No.
I have.
No.
It's like freelance, right?
Yes. Okay, you go to fiverr.com and they will create you a website for under $100, but you only need a landing page. When the lenders ask for your website, you just put it up there and it's your landing page. So you just need to build out a landing page. Actually, I could probably get my team to do a landing page for you guys. If you're gonna need one, trust me, you need your landing page. And as well as your email. You got to get a professional email. You got to be just say your name at your company name. So whatever your company name is, your name at your company name, right? So you can go to GoDaddy or Google Workspace to get your email. I think GoDaddy might be like $1.99 a month or something like that for a professional email. So you don't want the Gmail or the Yahoo, AOL. You don't want that. You want a professional email that match your website. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Business listing, Pat. So you mentioned that. So you want to go to listyourself.net. Put that in here. I'm gonna have all this. I'm gonna have my team put all this together in one like a couple pages or whatever. Listyourself.net. I think that's it. And we're gonna put our business there, right? It's $60 a year. So that's like for the 411. Also, you want to go to google.com/business and put your business on Google. Like you said, you got to be findable. The Bing, Yahoo, and Yelp. You want to list your business on they are free, right? Google, Bing, Yahoo, and Yelp, they are free. And then, like I said, I put the link in there for you to go file your LLCs. So once you do that, now you got all this information, right? When you're doing your LLCs, you got all this information. You can put it on your LLC when you're filling out the paperwork. Make sense?
So you're saying go through all these different sites first before we file?
Yeah, you're gonna want to have your address. You're gonna want to have your phone number. You're gonna want to have your email address, your website, especially when you start applying when you go to the bank. Because as soon as you do your LLCs, you're going straight to the bank and get a bank account. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Which I guess which banks do you recommend to go and do that?
Well, you got
This may be jumping ahead, so I'm just
yeah,
gonna
we're gonna
kind of
get into the
stop.
bank.
Sorry.
Yeah, credit unions are my favorite. Those are gonna be the best. And then your region banks. So you really want to do business with all banks, right? Your credit unions definitely. Community banks, the smaller community banks, not so much, but then like your regional banks, and then your national banks like your Wells Fargo, Bank of America's. Those are like your commercial banks. But
So
you
out of the three we're gonna get, we should just go ahead and get one at each bank.
that would be nice. That would be nice. And banks are about building relationships, right? Especially credit unions. They work off of relationships. So when you go there and you put money in there and you let it sit for 3 months, now you build a relationship with that bank. You tell them, I want to do business. The bank is in the lending business. The bank is in business to lend out money. That's what they do every day. So they want to give you money, but you just got to have your stuff together. You know? So when you go to the bank, you need your LLC documents, your EIN document, 2 forms of ID, and your operating agreement. That's what you're going to need to open up your account. Everybody got a business account already open with a bank?
I have one with RelayFi just because it was a recommendation from Pace. But like I don't think they have any brick and mortar places. It's all virtual.
Oh yeah, you need to go and Navy Federal, just hit up a couple of the credit unions. And when you do it, when you open up your account, you open up a personal checking and savings, a business checking and savings. So you want to actually open up 4 accounts every time you go.
I actually have one with Alabama Credit Union here, but I haven't done anything with any other banks. So I do have the savings and the checking and the personal already.
You have
I
a
have the business with Chase and Navy Federal.
you have personal too with them?
Personal, yes, with both.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah, good.
personal and savings with Chase and Navy Federal. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the region bank is gonna be like your key bank, your truest, in your national bank, your national bank is like the Chase, the Wells Fargo, the Bank of America's, and we all know the credit unions. I think there's not a whole lot of credit Navy Federal in Alabama. I don't think it is, but they are one of the best. Um, Delta is okay. They give out a little bit more money, but just see who's in your who's in your area, right? So if you in Alabama, just see like you said you would what is it, Alabama one, Stephanie?
I have Alabama Credit Union.
Alabama
Uh,
Credit Union. Okay, cool.
uh-huh.
Yeah, once you build a relationship with them, and the thing about credit union, they're the members, it's member based, right? Well, it's member owned really, but the bigger banks, all they care about they shareholders, and the smaller bank care more about the members. So once we do that, now we want to start building out that business credit, right? So we actually gonna the first thing you want to do is get your Don's number. Everybody, if you don't have your Don's number, Dun and Bradstreet, do everybody have a Don's number?
I do. And when we do the three that you told us, do we need one for each one?
Yes, you're gonna need a Don's number for each one. Yep.
Each
You're gonna
one,
need you're gonna need all of this information for each LLC.
including the EIN.
You gotta have an EIN. That's your tax ID number. You gotta have the EIN.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know if we could use the same one for
No, you don't want to use the
Okay.
same.
Okay, do three different.
Yep. Yep. Because they're gonna stand alone. So when we get business funding, we're gonna get business funding for each LLC. You got it?
I got it. Thank you.
Okay. Do anybody not have their Don's number? Dun and Bradstreet.
I do not.
I do not either.
I
Okay.
don't.
Okay. So Dun and Bradstreet, when you go on a website, you click on Get Duns. It'll say Get Duns. Just make this note. So this, you guys, you gotta do this. You gotta have a Dun. This is probably one of the most important things other than your EIN, right? You gotta have a Dun's number. That's how you check your Paydex score, your business credit score, and it's free. They're gonna have pop-up thing like, oh, we charge $1,500. No, it's free to get a Dun's number. It's probably gonna take about 2 weeks to get it back. And you use Dun and Bradstreet, to check your Paydex. That's your business credit. It's like your FICO score, right? Paydex is like FICO for personal, but it's Paydex on your business side. And we also use nav.com. But once you get your Don's number, then you can log on to Nav. Nav is free. Nav is almost like Credit Karma, whereas you put your information in and it'll give you recommendations on different business credit cards to apply for. It'll tell you your approval odds and all that. So Nav is really good. Experian business credit, that's another one we check, and Equifax business credit. But you really just need the NAV and the Dun and Bradstreet, right? NAV is NAV. NAV.com. NAV.com. That's how you go and check your Paydex. But you got to get your Dun's number first. And next, we want to get vendor accounts, right? Because the thing about credit card, like 99% of them don't really report to your your business credit. So you want at least 5 vendor accounts. Do you guys know what vendor accounts is?
I do not.
Is that like the Uline and all of that? Yeah, yeah, I got
Yes.
it.
Yes. So, but you want to get the ones that only report to your credit. Uline is number one, it reports, right? And the thing they're gonna ask for, what they're gonna want to see is your EIN, and then your if you list it in 411, right? You remember what I told you about list yourself? They're gonna check to see if you list it. So that's why you got to list yourself for 411, because they're gonna check that. And then you want to set up the net 30 payment. So just say you go in there and you order batteries, right? Here's the thing. You got to order $70 or more. You cannot spend under $70, because if you spend anything under $70, they would not report it. So when you order something, it got to be $70 or more, right? So just say you go order batteries. Then they're going to say, okay, you want to put it on a card? Nope. I want a net 30 account. So now you're going to set up a payment plan with them, right? But as soon as they email you your bill, pay it off right away. As soon as they email you your bill, just say you spent $100. As soon as they email it to you, you pay it off immediately. But the thing they're gonna ask you for is your business name, your business address, your business phone number, your website, your email, your LLC name, your EIN, and your DUNS number. So they're gonna ask you for all of that stuff we just talked about. So, like I said, when you place your order, you pay off immediately as soon as you get that bill. You don't wait 30 days. But we're gonna do that with all of the companies, all of the vendor companies. And I'm also sending you guys a list of like 20 different ones, right? So I'll send that list out. And then you want fuel cards as well. Like wherever you get gas at, you want a business fuel card. They report. You got it?
Yep.
Mostly everywhere we shop at, guys, have a business card. If you shop at Sam's, Costco, Best Buy, wherever you shop, Apple, PayPal, I mean, what is it? Amazon. Amazon got a business credit card. So everywhere we shop at, if you shop there, you will want to get a business credit card, because like I said, we are transitioning from personal credit to business credit. Everything you're going to be doing going to be put on business credit. You're not going to be using your personal credit, right?
Right.
Okay. The business loans are harder to get. So, but that's why we go after the credit. But what we're doing right now, we structuring your LLCs up so you can apply and get business loan. And one way you can get the business loan is like you can call your bank up, right? And you ask them, do they have um, a secure loan for business, right? And they're gonna say, yes, we do. So that basically a CD, and you ask them what's the minimum. So what you do is you do a secure CD, right? A CD, go in there, open up a CD, just say you put $10,000 in there. Remember, banks operate in 90-day cycles. So the first month after when you get your CD, you're gonna ask them for a loan against that CD. So they operate with banks like 3 C's: the cash, credit, or collateral, right? This is collateral because you put that 10,000 in there or 5,000, whatever that amount is, you put in there, then you go get a loan against it. You pay it off in 3 months. Now you got to pay it off. Now you built up that relationship, right? You got to pay it off loan on your business bank history report. So now you can go back in and not do the CD again. You can just go in and get a regular loan. You see what I'm saying? But you had to build that business up first, that relationship with them. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. You with me, TJ?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Also, Bank of America has a secure business credit card. They have a secure business credit card. So you could, but here's the thing, it's a minimum of $1,000, right? You got to put $1,000 in, and now you got that business credit card with Bank of America. So if your score not all the way there, I didn't even look at the requirements. I just know they got I had to check the requirements, but they do have $1,000 minimum deposit for Bank of America. We do not want to get Capital One, Sparks, or Discover Business because they report to your personal. They report to your personal credit. So the Capital One, Spark, or Discover Business is going to report to your personal. So we definitely don't want that. Next, anybody got a car loan?
Yes.
Yeah, I got one.
So basically, once we get our LLC set up, guess what we're gonna do next? Switch your car loan over into your business name. So you're gonna take it out of your
Well,
personal name. Go ahead.
will that recast the interest rate?
Would it be what?
Will it recast the interest rate?
Yeah, you're gonna do a refinance. You're just gonna
Okay.
refinance.
Gotcha.
So now you're gonna have a paid off car on your personal side, right? Your credit score gonna go up. Your DTI gonna go down. And the debt on your and the debt gonna be in your business name. So now with that car being in your business name, you get to write off the monthly notes, the interest, the gas, the insurance, the mileage, depreciation. You get to write off all of that stuff. Is that exciting? I mean, every car I got,
I'm clapping right now.
like, I'm telling you, this is every car I have is in a business name. I do not own a car in my personal name. I just got to write off almost 6 figures in cars. Like, it's like you're driving a car for free, I promise you. I bought my wife a Wagoneer, $125,000 Wagoneer, and I get to write it off every year for 5 years. Section 179 IRS code, look it up. Section 179 in the IRS code, you can get to write it off 100% of it. 100% of it. But you gotta have everything structured properly, right? So you could write it all off at once, or you could do it over the course of 5 years. Because if you just say you only make it like just say 100,000, right? You can't really write off 125,000 because you only made 100. You see what I'm saying? At one time. So you take it over 5 years. And that's why I was going back with talking about like your CPA, right? You guys shouldn't be using a tax preparer, like somebody just preparing your taxes. You should be using a CPA, somebody to educate you on this stuff and tell you what you could be doing, how to save more money, because taxes is a part of building wealth. Like, you got to learn taxes in order to keep your money. That's where people be like, okay, so when you go make money, you got to learn how to keep the money. And then after you keep the money, protect the money. Because if you don't know the tax laws, they're gonna eat you up. You're gonna be losing money left and right. That's like why people who hit the lottery go broke, because the taxes be killing them. They don't know how to protect the money, and they end up losing it. That makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So if our vehicles is in my husband's name, can I still do the same thing?
Yeah, you can, even if he sell it to you, right? If it's because you could buy that vehicle. You see what I'm saying? But if it's in his name, um, I don't know. Like if it was in your name, maybe. But if it's in his name, I guess it just depends. I probably let stay to his name.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
That's on him. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I probably let that stay up. Let that stay in his name. Yeah. If it's in his name, I probably, if it was in your name, and then like I said, it would benefit you more because now you get to lower your DTI. You got a paid off car on your credit. It's just so many benefits. But you still could get all the write offs though. So I mean, I guess you guys could look at it um, if you file married together or whatever. But that's a question that you need to talk to your CPA about, right? I would run that by your CPA and see what they say. Do you have a CPA? I hope you do.
I do.
Okay, good. So yeah, you can run that question by your CPA and see what your CPA tell you on that. And how will it benefit you if it would save you more?
So, Frederick, the one thing about it is I've already asked my CPA about that, and he was thinking that it would be easier for me just to use like I said, the Mile IQ. But if it's going to provide us, or if it's going to get us more value to actually sell the car to the business, kind of wonder why we didn't go that route, I guess. But like the car is in both mine and my wife's name, so I should have some say in whether we can sell it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, there's still a note on it, right? To
Mhm.
whichever bank we've got. So can I just work with that bank and essentially do balance or basically transfer of the ownership and maybe have a little bit of an increase on interest rate?
Well, you got to do a refi. Um, what bank is it with?
Chase Auto.
I would probably shop around. I know Bank of America do commercial, Navy Federal. I mean, they pretty much all do um refinances on autos on the business side.
Okay. I'll
Here's the
definitely shop
thing.
around then.
Here's the catch though. Here's the catch to it. You got to have your LLC for 2 years.
So that's probably why, because my LLC was essentially newly formed before the end of December of last year.
Okay. Yeah, you need your LLC for 2 years in order. They won't do it if it's less than 2 years old. I should have mentioned that part first.
Gotcha.
Um, and again, when we start getting business credit, so you need at least a 680, right? 680. I really like the 720, 750, but the minimum that any lender would look at is a 680, right? You need at least 2 credit cards on your account. That's not including authorized users. So they want you to have at least 2 credit cards on your account. And then they want to have at least a $2,500 minimum credit limit. And they want them to be under 30% credit utilization. But here's the thing, guys. it's several companies out there. If you got, it's different, your credit score, right? So if you got a 619 or below, it's a couple company called subprime lenders, right? They would give you a personal loan. So now you could take that personal loan and pay off your credit cards. And now, because a personal loan is not like a credit utilization, right? That's just only on your credit card. Your credit utilization is only for credit cards, not loans. So we would actually take a personal loan and pay off your credit cards. They're gonna make your score go up. So then now when your score go up, now we are able to apply for business credit. Do that make sense?
Okay, say that again. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Okay, so if you got credit card debt, right? You would get a personal loan to pay your credit card debt. And when you pay your debt, your credit card debt, it makes your score goes up because your utilization goes down. A personal loan is not part of your credit utilization. Do that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, but I've been trying to get a personal loan, but because of the credit score, I can't get one because as you know, my mid is 556. So,
Okay, so we want to look at they call subprime lenders, and they work with people that's under 619. So Credit Fresh is one. Fig, I'm gonna put them in the chat. Do do you want me to put them in the chat, Yolanda, for you?
I'm typing as you going, but I
Okay,
mean, you
okay,
can.
cool.
I'm typing.
Okay, so Credit Fresh, and then Fig Loans, FIG loans, Ops loans, that's OPP loans. Another one is Money Key. Another one is Net Credit, NET Credit.
Okay, got them.
Mm-hmm. So you would wanna check with them, and they work, and they call subprime lenders. Subprime lenders.
Will this also work for car loans?
A car loan is not going to be a car loan is just it'll have your DTI higher. It's not going to be your credit utilization. Your credit utilization is only for credit cards. Is that what you're asking?
Mm,
When you
yeah.
say this will work, what you saying? Take a personal loan and pay your car loan?
Or, any lenders for car loans, like these were lenders for personal loans, correct?
Mm-hmm. This just to help you get to the business funding, right? So if we pay off your personal credit cards, they're gonna make your score goes up. So
I got you.
I
I
wouldn't
got
get a personal loan because a personal loan probably gonna be higher. The interest rate gonna be higher than that interest rate on the car. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Um, so another thing you guys can do if you maxed out on your credit card, right? Probably want to talk to your CPA. Um, Withhold your W-2s if you got a job. So you can withhold your W-2s so you can break even, right? And that would save you money every week, every month that you could use to help pay your debt down. Do that make sense?
I'm sorry, Fred. Can you repeat that?
If you have a W-2 job, like I said before, I'm not a CPA, but you could talk to your CPA if you need to, but you could withhold your W-2, like go exempt.
Isn't there a time limit for that? You can only do that for what, 6 months or so?
3 to 6 months.
I
I thought so.
I did it for a whole year. Where you get the 6 months from? Where you get that from?
I don't know. I want to say I've never done it, but I want to say I heard that. I'm not sure.
No.
Well, normally, like they'll tell us that on the job, saying something about the withholdings that you're only supposed to go exempt. HR, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe that's something like your job may require, but if they say 6 months, guess what? I'm gonna go exempt for 6 months. If they'll let you do it for 6 months, then I mean, hey, but that'll give you extra money every week, every month. You see what I'm saying? To pay your debt down. That makes sense?
Yeah, and I guess the only caveat to that too is whenever it comes tax time, but that you could handle that when that comes.
Well, you're gonna
Right.
have stuff to write off, right? Especially you got a business.
That's
You-
true.
When you got a business, you got a lot of stuff to write off. This course that you're paying for, right? This is a business expense, so it's a write off. Any education that you do is a write off. Any training that you go and you pay for it's a write off. So I want you guys to write this off on your taxes.
So with the subprime lenders that you gave me, how many should I try before and I get denied before I just say don't do it?
Well, I probably would compare each one, right? I'll look at each one and see what their qualifications is and what they're saying. Probably even talk to them on the phone. So, because I gave you about what, 7? How many did I give you?
5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably call all 5 of them just to talk to them and ask some general questions like requirement type stuff, what they look for, how much do they typically lend up to, you know, um, and just see.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because if I can get these credit cards paid, which is the only thing I have, I need it. I mean, my score would be through the roof because it's $25,000 worth of debt.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot, but it sure keeping my score down.
Yeah,
I
and I
did
guess
pay 2 of them down.
that also depends on payment history too, though.
My payment history is excellent, 100%.
Awesome.
It's just because my utilization is 96% on out of I got 11 credit cards. And that's for all 11 credit cards.
Okay, Yolanda. So this, what I would back in the day, like a long time ago, what I did, I started looking at every single. I think you need to get some kind of budgeting app, right? Where you seeing where your money going. Because if you don't have a place for your money, it would just go wherever. So you need to know what every dollar is going to, right? So you need to get a budgeting app. And like I said, put a name to every dollar. You also want to pay the minimum on, I think I told you this, on all of them except one, right? Whatever that one you choose to pay down the most. So you paying the minimum on all the rest of them, and then one you just keep paying down. But then after you do that, after you, like you said, you got 2 down, right? Then it snowballs. So now you have more money to put on the 7th one or the 10th one. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you just got to keep working through it. Like I started doing stuff on the side. I started a lawn care business. So that's how I end up getting out of debt. I just started another business and I just worked and paid off all my bills, you know? So see what you can do on the side. I know this is probably you do the catering, but see if you can add something else to it where you can generate some more money.
Yeah, yeah.
Because a lot of time the thing is we just not making enough money, right? And then another thing you could do is just find what you can cut back on, right? I would actually go through everything that you're paying every month. That's why I say you need a budgeting app. Your car insurance, see if you can get cheaper car insurance. Your cell phone, see if you can get cheaper cell phone. Your groceries, see if you can cut back on your groceries. Whatever it is that you spending every month, you need to figure out a way to cut back on it. Every single thing that you're spending on. Not just one, but every single thing that you spend money on every month, you need to figure out a way, how can I make this cheaper? How can I cut back on it?
Yep, been doing that also. Yep. So that's one thing that I have been doing. So like cut the nail shop out. Cut that out once a month. Did the car insurance, the house insurance, all the insurances,
Okay.
bundling them up with one company, and it saved me like $1,200 a year. So yeah,
Okay.
that's things that I have been working on.
Okay. Do you have the budgeting app?
I don't have the budgeting app. I will put that on. I just, I'm the budgeting app. I got a spreadsheet, but like you said, every penny counts. So I'll get the budgeting app.
Yeah, get a budgeting app, and that way you can actually see it every month, and you will link your credit cards to it. You'll link all your credit cards to it, and then you'll see where your money is going in different categories, right? It'll tell you food, it'll tell you just different categories where your money is going every month. So you can see every month, okay, well, I spent $700 this month on food.
Yeah, I cut back on that too. Everybody got to fend for themselves at the house. No groceries.
Stop at 8. What'd you say, Pat?
Got a hard stop today. Got to keep the kid on the schedule. So I know you've got somewhere else to go too.
Oh yeah. I do, and I really ain't even it's just a couple more things like the 0% interest cards for business. US Bank, they do a 21 month, right? 0% interest. Chase do a 12-month 0% interest. Bank of America do an 18-month, right? So those are 0% interest cards on the business side. And what we can do once we start getting that, you can actually take the cash off of those cards, right? We're gonna get into that later. You can take the cash off of those cards, and you can pay other stuff off, right? And then you can also turn around and get a US Bank Platinum card for 18 months. That's a balance transfer card, right? At 0% interest for 18 months. Now that means you'd have had over almost 4 years at 0% interest.
That's
But
wild.
yeah, so you guys got some homework to do for is like structuring your business, getting your S corp set up, making sure take your name off of your LLC. If your name is on it, take it off. Get you a registered agent. Use that registered agent, right, for your organizer and for your point of contact, everything. So you want to you can take your name off of your LLC. All right, so everybody got everything. I'm gonna put a list together, and I would send it to you guys as well with the trade lines. I mean the vendor accounts. So we need at least 5 vendor accounts. All right. Any questions?
Try to have all these done before next week, or within when?
I would say just start on them ASAP. Like if you want to go ahead and start, the sooner you can open up another LLC, the better. Because the thing about your LLC is time, right? History.
Right.
So you can open up a LLC now, another LLC now. And then you can go ahead and start structuring that out. So you don't have to be in business 2 years to get funded. You can get funding right away. Once you over that certain credit score and you got all your we want all your LLCs lined up, right? So when we go hit them, we hit them, just say the American Express, we're gonna get 5 cards off of this LLC, 5 cards for this LLC, 5 cards for that LLC. So we're gonna get 15 cards with, well, basically it's gonna be 3 increase, right? But then we can turn around and say, well, I think they made a mistake because it should have just been 1 inquiry for American Express. You do 1 inquiry with American Express and you get 5 cards. So if you got them all the same day, that's 1 inquiry. That makes sense?
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
All right. So guys, any more questions?
I may try to reach out a little bit later just to make sure I understand whenever I structure these S corps and all that. I just want to make sure I'm doing it the right way because you know me, I'm kind of painstakingly trying to do this.
All right, if you have any questions, just shoot me a text or something, and then I got you. But yeah, let's get these LLCs structured and everything properly set up so we can go out and start getting some business funding.
I'm sorry, one question. Like Pat was just saying, so when we do the extra LLC, do I need different addresses and different phone numbers from the one I got now?
You're gonna have a registered agent. Do you have a registered agent now?
I do not.
Okay, so you have to change the one you have now and find your registered agent. You could just Google, but your registered agent gotta be in the same state that you live in. So you would just Google like a Georgia registered agent or Alabama, wherever you at, and it's like $50 a year.
Yeah, I've got one through an estate planning group. So, I mean, if you want to reach out to me, I can give you their name and you can do that. But yeah, so if I can do that, I'll just use the same registered agent for the other 2 LLCs.
Yeah. So
Frederick, will you you said you was gonna give us a list of items. Will it be from the entire Zoom or just certain things?
this Zoom is recorded. So I'll post it in the login, but I will have an item I would post in the course. So I would create a list and I'll just put it in the course, and then you can just go in there and download it or whatever.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Yep. Pat, I think Yolanda put her number in there, so whenever. But Yolanda, you could just Google register agent in Georgia, and
Yep.
they all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do.
I just texted you, Yolanda, and I mean, you can see if they meet your criteria or your price point. It's just a starting point because they're my registered agent as well. So that they're in this kind of circle.
How much are they, Pat?
I think it was $50 a year.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Because like I said, the virtual office is gonna be like $100 a month. So we ain't got time for that. But yeah, guys. So that's it. It's 8 o'clock. So I'll put all this stuff into the course. So we need to go ahead and get all this stuff set up properly. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Right, thanks.